We're going to be joined by Yonah on 6:40 a.m. We're talking about what we do on social
So
media
you've
with the
been out
Sean.
on the roads at all lately, and you're talking about all these traffic cops that are out there directing traffic, making sure that you don't get yourself hurt. And when you get into an accident, if it's that kind of accident where cops actually have to show up, they actually show up. And these are the traffic cops. These are the people that are out there dealing with road traffic and all the good, the bad, and the ugly that comes with that. Months ago, I found an expert on traffic law, and he joined us, and we've continued to be friends. His name is Sean Shapiro. He's a police constable in Toronto here, but we became friends because I started following him on his live stream chats and videos, and we have him with us here tonight because he does stay awake late. And other than shoveling snow, he's probably not too busy because he does his work in the morning. Sean, welcome to the show. And I didn't realize that you're really underneath the uniform, that beautiful smile. You're a broadcaster.
I apparently I'm doing a lot of things, including broadcasting. We're having a great time on social media, and it's fantastic. From where we were a year ago to now, you wouldn't believe it.
Would you ever thought such? I mean, how long you been on the job, brother?
I've been with the service for 21 years. I started as an auxiliary, as a volunteer, became a court officer, and then transitioned to police constable. And never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be a face on social media and media, speaking about the job and safety.
So is this something that you kind of suggested was going to, that something you were interested in doing, or kind of how did this come about? How did we get the Ask PC Sean Shapiro segments out there? Did the service come to you and say, "Hey, great smile, great voice, and let's get you," or did you kind of set this up at some level?
To say that it happened by accident it couldn't be truer. It happened because I was involved in a motorcycle collision as a motor squad officer. I was on my motorcycle heading back to the station, and someone pulled out of a parking lot of a gas station, and we met in the middle and had a collision. So I was out of the game, and I'm still out of the game. I can't go on the road. I'm injured. I have a disability. Well, at least that's the classification, because I'm not able to currently perform my function on the road. I can't get in a police car and take off and do my thing. So I was accommodated. I was put into another position so I could still do useful work. And then this sort of happened by accident. I was a graphic artist, a photographer. I started doing all the social media design and production. And then one day I just started doing some video segments, and those video segments ended up going on onto Twitter, and then we said, well, there's an investigation about some kids that were skateboarding off the Gardner Expressway. I don't know if you remember hearing that story.
Sure,
Well,
I do. Yeah.
that was on TikTok, so I had to create a TikTok account. Now, before that day, TikTok was about kids doing dances and themes and jokes, and it wasn't something for the
Yeah.
police to get involved in. But things changed, and we put up content, and it took off, and that was the start of something amazing. And then one day I said, hey, what's this button that says go live? And now I go live every day, and we speak to sometimes 2,500 people in a room, 25,000 people over an hour, asking their questions, just want to know what's going on, and we answer their questions live.
Amazing, amazing. And surprisingly, not surprisingly, but you are so good at it. So let's, we're talking about, one day we had 38 views, one day you had 21 views, one day you had 41 views.
Well, you come in, I think,
Some
from
days you had
LinkedIn.
yeah, maybe whatever, YouTube, whatever, doesn't matter. YouTube, 2.1, the two and a half, 2.1 thousand, 1,000 and a half, 1,003. Like you got some serious traction here, brother. I don't think I'm getting that many listeners on my show.
Well,
So I'm hoping maybe you'll have me on someday.
I would I'd love to bring you onto the show. But here's the deal. What you're seeing, so I simulcast. So when I go online and the view that you're seeing when you're on LinkedIn or YouTube is going out on Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, multiple Facebook accounts. It goes on to the ones for Sean Shapiro, goes on the ones for the service. But our biggest audience is on TikTok. We have 554,000 followers on TikTok. We are the number one educational police channel in North America. And we have people from all over the world. People jump in and say, hey, I'm from Australia, from Ireland. Some people from Germany jumping in. It's really amazing. And that's our live segment. And the people who are consuming our canned or pre-taped content, we have videos. One video about tint, somebody lost their mind. They didn't like it. 6.6 million views on one video. It's 27 seconds long.
That's amazing. I mean, truly, that's amazing. So obviously, you have a job when you finish the service.
Possibly.
You'll open yourself a YouTube channel and make all kinds of cash. You'll be selling underwear and T-shirts and batons and night lights and all kinds of cool stuff. But seriously, like what type of? Give me an idea of the type of question you might get on an average day. Like, are you sharing a story as you like? Give me an idea how you do your show. I've listened to parts of it. I seem to be able
Sure.
to jump in and out. But do you start with a sort of a theme for the day, or you let the audience
It,
direct
it is
your content?
entirely choose your own adventure. And we've experimented with a whole lot of different things, and there are obviously messages that we look forward to sharing, but they really come organically. Someone brings up a topic, I end up in a story about something afterwards, but we focus on tint, as one of our viewers says, is probably one of our number one topics. And what's the legality of tint? How much over the speed limit can you go? Can I get a ticket for speeding? What happens if I get charged or suspended? And they just have lots and lots of questions. Other people are like, I having a hard time getting my G2 or my G because of the pandemic. What do I do? Any tips? Like, it is so organic, and it's really it as a police officer, having the opportunity to help hundreds, if not thousands, of people during an hour, and actually hundreds of thousands. Now we're, honest to God, 2,500 people in a room watching, and they come in for a minute. Some stay for the entire hour. We have people who show up every single day. We have moderators who are volunteering to even help answer questions in the comments because it's just so busy. Everybody wants to know what's going on and get safer and avoid tickets. So we're helping them do all those things.
Have you impacted yourself? First of all, how long have you been doing this, Sean?
We started in March of last year when we really was. I opened the account the year before, and we didn't use it. We just had it for the investigation, and then March is when we started, and we went. I thought success was hitting 18,000 followers because that's what we had on Twitter, and then we got to 50,000 and 100,000. And then overnight, we had that 6 million video view, and we ended up with 300,000 new followers. We had 500. It has never stopped. And every time we think we've hit our peak and that we're going to plateau and that's it, we get another 100,000 or 50. Like, it's just, it's unpredictable. It's amazing. We've really developed a community, and I appreciate them as much as hopefully they appreciate me.
Are you in a studio in your home? Or are you in a studio in the precinct somewhere? Or
So
in the
I had an idea. We shuffled some furniture. I used a pop up display that we used to use for trade shows because that's how we used to interact. We'd set up a trade show. We
Yep,
go to the boat
yep,
show, the
yep,
bike show. So I used that
yep,
as a
yep.
background. We had some fake or replica street signs. I stuck those with thumbtacks to the wall, and that was my studio. So it's at work, and I used all my own equipment for the first year, and the service is loving what's going on. They've invested in it. They bought their own equipment, and now my equipment has come home, and that's what I'm using right now for my basement. But I now can if I was on vacation, I took vacation for a week. I stayed into this every morning. I went live so people could still have contact.
That's amazing, and I can hear in your voice this is something that really connects for you, and really is. I can hear how excited you are about doing it. Any other groups, any other divisions, any other? I know you're a traffic cop, and by the way, we're talking to PC Sean Shapiro. What exactly is the name? How do we tell somebody to listen into you in the morning?
So the segment's called Ask a Traffic Cop. So if you search the hashtag Ask a Traffic Cop, you'll find us. But our username on Twitter, if you want to follow us there, is Traffic Services. On the same on TikTok, we're Traffic Services Toronto. On Instagram Live, where we also broadcast. We have a YouTube channel, which is Traffic Services Toronto Police, and it's all going out at the same time. Of course, our largest content pool or source of information, if you want to go and look at hundreds of hours of content, you can go and do that on our TikTok page, where we have over 500 videos at this point, which and I like to throw humor into it. It's got to be entertaining. No one's going to
Of
watch
course.
boring videos, but so I have fun making it. It's educational, and we've had such great feedback. I mean, folks who we've actually put a survey out recently, and we are looking for feedback to get an idea of who's watching us, what are they getting out of it, how do we make it better? Because at the end of the day, it's a product. It's all about them. It's all about the
Yep.
viewers. It's all about helping
Yep.
them get the information they want.
It's remarkable. I was going to ask you if any other units do it, like homicide or youth gang gun violence. Any of these people have anything going like you've got?
Nothing like we've got in particular. We are, I think, a standalone in the in North America at very least. I can't speak for the rest of the world, and we're in direct connection with TikTok. We talk to them on a regular basis, and we have all the police users in North America that are on an email list, and we try and stay current. But we're the largest, and we're the only one doing the live Q&A. At very least, we're the only one doing the live Q&A daily, Monday to Friday. There is Brooks, Alberta, who does a live as well. They're an RCMP detachment, and they've started doing it. But they're onboarding and bringing on more police services all the time. I had a call from a chap in Chicago. He's the media officer out there for Chicago Police. And he says, listen, we love what you're doing, want to do exactly what you're doing over there. Can you help us? And I'm happy to help any police service that wants to get this level of engagement and broaden their reach and to a different market. Like, we're talking to people that we could never talk to before. We have young people who are on the platform, and we chat about all sorts of things. But I've also had people reach out to me for other reasons. You're a friendly guy. It sounds like you might be able to help me. And we've had some interesting chats about some things that were less fun topics. Right? Someone who was, feeling about ending their life, and they reached out, and we ended up getting them some help.
I'll tell you something, buddy. And you know how I feel about you, and I'm so impressed. But I now realize the backstory, and I think clearly whatever led to that horrible event where you ended up in this accident, somehow, some way, there's some guidance going on here. Because it sounds to me, my brother, like you've like Stella's found his groove, so to speak, and you're excellent at it, and want to continue to give you support as much as we can. We'll have you back on again. I'm just going to continue maybe from time to time as maybe some serious traffic stuff starts to happen. We'll get you back on again. But
anytime,
remarkable job. Yeah, buddy. Remarkable job. Great voice. You're so good at it. I'm talking to my friend Sean Shapiro. He's with Toronto Police Services. You can reach him or find out about his program, #AskTrafficCop, and you get out to him. And he's a lot of fun to listen to. I do listen in, and number one, he knows what he's talking about. And number two, he makes it fun. So, traffic law may not be the greatest thing to be thinking about, but it may in fact save your life. And he's the guy to listen to. When we come back from break, thank you so much for having us. Best traffic cop out there doing what he needs to do from a studio. He'll save more lives than the guys up and down the highways. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to the first half of our show.